What's your worst home team moment? Bounty Gate was my worst thing because that was Favre throwing up some of his best numbers for the Vikings, and then
that should have been it.
And then we were NFC, in the NFC Championship. And
damn Saints.
Seriously, I hate any and all Saints.
I can't believe it, dude. I remember I still have my Favre jersey, Minnesota Favre jersey at home, and I'm like, I just want to burn it because that moment, I was pulling. Even as a Cowboy fan, I was pulling for them so hard.
I was a young, hopeful Vikings fan, and then
what year was
seeing
that?
That was
09,
2008 or 9. Yeah, I think it was the 8 to 9.
Because it was the year Saints won.
Yes.
So it was at least they lost to the champions.
No, not with the way how they did it. No, screw them. No.
I couldn't believe that though.
Can't even call them champions. They're fakes.
No,
they're fakes.
They are
imposters.
They were doing hospital checks every single time,
dude.
It was so bad.
Look, Hurricane Katrina had just hit a few years prior. They're trying to give him a win, man.
No,
bring some love back to the city.
No. I got no sympathy. No sympathy for football,
dude,
because that was single-handedly the worst thing that in my experience of a fan, where it was like we were so close. By all rights, it should have been us.
Because if they would have beat them, they would have been champions.
We for sure would have. Because who did the Saints play that year?
Don't get me, Lion.
Okay, here we go. Let me guess.
Let me see
09?
here.
It wasn't Patriots.
It was the Colts.
Ooh, really?
Is that
Peyton?
really?
Yeah, Saints defeated the Colts.
Eli.
Yep.
Eli. No.
Peyton played.
Well, I think he was with Colts still.
Really?
I think so.
Drew Brees and who was the other? Let me see here.
Which Manning played for the Colts?
It was Peyton. It was still Peyton.
It was still Peyton. Okay, so Peyton played for the Colts and then he went to Denver.
Yeah.
So man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a game. Yeah, he would beat the Colts.
Yeah.
Favre would have. It would have been a match. It would have been even match. Because I remember that year being Vikings are the dominant team. Mm-hmm. And I don't know.
I see. At that time, I wasn't watching a bunch. I watched a little, but not enough to Okay. Eli played for the Giants.
Eli.
I get
stayed
both
with
of
the Giants.
Eli was the lifer for the Giants,
Yeah.
and then Peyton won one championship with Colts, and then bounced.
I think so.
He was there for a while, but he won a title and left and won another title. But yeah, I'm just that game was crazy, and I remember being so pissed because it was the one time I put money. I was a teenager, and I finally put out money for a jersey, and I'm like, you lost. No. No, man. But yeah, for a fan, it's a tough feeling when you know you're right there.
Yeah.
You're right there. It was like me with the Rangers initially, the Texas Rangers. When they made the World Series 2 years in a row. 2 years is already hard.
Yeah.
One of those you shouldn't have lost. But
Right.
you made it twice, so you could have had back-to-back World Series, which has never happened.
Right.
And it was hard. It made me not watch baseball for a bit. That's why up and for a while I was like, I don't care. And then years later is when I got back into it. But it's a tough feeling because you get there and you're like, even though it's not us playing, when you care for a team so much and you're right there, it feels like you lost.
Right.
It sucks.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Especially when it's within your lifetime, because you always hear the historical things. Because it's for me, the Vikings went 4 years in a row to the Super Bowl and lost every single year.
Did they really?
Yeah.
And I think
in the 60s, that was the whole purple people eater.
Oh, purple people eaters. Yeah. Okay.
The defensive line was that Tarkenton, I think, for the QB.
Oh yeah, that's real history.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, and I saw a thing in a sports store.
We have the 97 NFC kick on that one that also missed wide right or whatever it was.
It was meant to be a cool thing, but I saw this thing at a sports store that was all the Minnesota Super Bowl tickets. But, it was in a framed plaque.
Oh, that hurts.
And I'm like, why would they do this? They're losses.
Yeah.
Why would you make this thing? But I was doing
because that's as close as we've ever gotten.
You got to celebrate your little wins in life.
Seriously, because that's how depressing it is that we've only made it to the NFC North twice, and then outside of those Super Bowl losses, and that was 60s, 90s, and late 2000s.
Yeah.
So
that's crazy.
It hurts.
Well, and if it makes you, and I know because it's all about the in your lifetime thing, right? Because the last time Cowboys won, you were just popping out the oven.
Oh yeah,
I was like 4.
In fact,
yeah.
I was
4 and you were a baby.
Yep.
So the thing is, it doesn't feel like the Cowboys were in our lifetime. So at least we're right there with you a little bit.
Right.
Not really.
I mean, I can say we've won more playoff games.
Yeah. Hold on to that because we can't even get past the first
all
round.
I got versus you guys.
So
right
I'm
now.
hoping for the
100%.
sake of this table, one of us gets to feel that sweet victory as adults, not old men.
Yeah.
So one day. That's why the Rangers I was scared for, because I'm like, for baseball, it's hard. There's so many games, there's so many teams, it's hard. So I can finally knock that off. Celtics, I'm cool. Mavericks, cool. Spurs, cool. I'm like, so to this, I'm like, Cowboys, come on. And for you, Minnesota, it'd be, and like, I feel like for you, if they won it, we wearing purple too. We'd celebrate.
I'd wear a purple shirt, sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could do a jersey.
Don't listen.
I don't know if I can do a jersey.
We'll make this guy be.
We'll talk about it when we actually.
I'll get some purple.
If it happens, I'll give him some grace on that. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
What do you think for you? What's your?
Dude, I don't know if I have a huge. I mean, I watched when was it Josh Hamilton was the last batter?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucked.
It was bad.
I will say that.
It was horrible.
That sucked because for some reason, I felt like everybody I knew was like into the series.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was
like
it was
people
everywhere.
that weren't into baseball were into baseball.
Because Rangers aren't America's team like how the Cowboys are, but like so many people were pulling.
There was.
They were pulling for him.
Yeah, I think that would probably be it for me. That Josh Hamilton last at bat was rough.
Oof.
When they got that last out to lose the World Series, I was shook. I was like, this is horrible.
And I'm more of a basketball fan, but I'm trying to think of like the biggest letdown. You know, the Mavericks had a mediocre career for a long time. Like we were always good enough, but not good enough.
If you had lost against the Heat, then that would have been a whole different thing.
It would have been terrible.
I would say as a kid, it was when Fox hit that 0.4 second buzzer beater against the Spurs. The Lakers Spurs in the playoffs. 0.4 seconds left on the clock, and he made it to eliminate the Spurs.
Okay.
Yep.
So as a kid, because I was a Spurs fan, that hurt. I was like, oh my gosh. I remember because it was 2002, so I was like 10 or 11. So I was like, oh my, I was hurt as a kid. Chat me. But strictly football, I'll always go back to the catch because that was the year we should have won.
You know what?
Yep.
It would be the catch for football. It would be that Josh Hamilton at bat. I was so invested.
Yeah. No.
And then I was so sad.
I love and hate sports.
That was probably the saddest I've been as far as sports goes.
Sure.
Yeah. And if you want to throw some wrestling in there, The Rock versus Stone Cold, 2001. Stone Cold beat The Rock, and I remember being a kid so mad.
Oh, really?
My mom's boyfriend had a huge party for WrestleMania that year, so all these people were going for Stone Cold because he'd been out for a year and a half with a broken neck. So it was his first big match back for the title. So everyone was going for Stone Cold. I was a huge Rock fan, and I was the only person there upset.
Because that was when The Rock was still playing.
My villain arc.
That was still when he was playing heel, right?
Yeah. Yep. I was. Hurt me, dude. Made me sick.
Yeah.
I don't think I know the storylines enough to have a wrestling one.
I remember that part where it was where The Rock was still playing big heel at that point.
It was
when
rough,
that dude kicked that baby into the stands.
made me sick.
I'm talking about. I was so sad.